y'all did that shit and everything was a joke, 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 joke. Well, I want to know, for any of y'all out there with your real gangster shit, fake gangster shit, or anything in between, or no gangster shit. Now, you have somebody like that come to your house and you realize afterwards that they came all the way from Chicago, the fucking Columbia, to check you out. Huh? There's only one thing I have in common with anybody in Columbia or Miami, and that's the do what you do business here in New York. That is in all of those places. And the only time I was around it was 160. This little shit here, like this is, please. I know they ain't thinking about nothing of this shit. You know? So that's the only thing I have in common with that. From the 90s, that was dead by the time it hit 2000. Because I was, focusing on my family and getting my shit together. Yo. By the time my oldest daughter was 2, I had started to change my life. When my oldest son was born, I was changing my life. When I got pregnant with my oldest son. And he's 25. That was 25 long years ago. And so this is what y'all poured into my life, man. I only ever did gangster shit outside of 160 and that area in the 90s. I only ever did it one time up where I was living on Knox when I was pregnant with my daughter, the daughter y'all purred on, And, they said SWAT and all that, and they had the popo with the laser sighting on my fire escape, but they couldn't see in because I had it blocked in, and they came to take the door down because I had a brisk chat, and there was a disagreement with the lady below me who I was pregnant, and all her guests, she had a part-time hair salon, part-time nightclub going on in her house, and they would all ring my bell. How you don't know the difference between 2 and 3? How you don't know the difference between that? Huh? Second floor and third floor. 2C and 3C. How do you know the difference between that? And they would keep ringing my bell. I was pregnant. I had to go downstairs. The bell was half broken to see who was ringing the bell. Couldn't say hello. So I had to go downstairs again and again, pregnant. And I kept telling her, tell him, stop ringing my bell. Stop ringing my bell. And finally I went down there to talk to him and whatever. I told him whatever. And like a half a dozen or a dozen people was in there. All of a sudden they were scared of one pregnant lady. Really. It was the pregnancy, not me. When the SWAT came to kick the door down, and came in the back to get me, and told me to get on the floor. I said, I can't. He said, lay on the stomach, on the floor. And with the big gun on me, I said, I can't. He said, why? I said, because I'm pregnant. Oh, God, the look on his face was, I wish I could have taken that. But in any case, they came in and knocked my husband down when he opened the door and stepped on him. Sorry, Gil. They stepped on him coming in and had me sit in the living room and had a long chat. There was so many of them coming in and out, and cops and captain came in and more SWAT in and out. And finally they took my husband out in cuffs, and I thought they took me out. They had him in one car, me in the other. But they just took him and gave him a ticket because he didn't open the door fast enough. And they took me to the hospital because, they were standing out there talking for a while. There was nobody outside. The whole block was shut down, emergency services, the yellow tape, everything. Fucking ambulance and the cop cars and all that. And the captain was just looking at me with the SWAT guy and with somebody else, some other cop. I know he was the captain because he had the white shirt with all the stripes. And with the SWAT guy, and then they were talking outside the door, and I left the car that I was sitting in there in cuffs. And he looked in at me after a while and just looked for a long time at me for about 10 seconds like, are you sure we have the right apartment? No, it was the pregnancy, and they didn't know what to do with a, emotional pregnant woman, who got a little over emotional, and so they took me to the hospital. Shane merry-go-round, did you notice the same thing like y'all did? Hospital. Took me to the hospital. And I talked to those nice doctors over there for about an hour, and they let me go home. And I came home ready to set it off on the bitch again, putting all 4 of my speakers together in the middle of the floor in the living room, because I was going to blast her all night long, all 4 of them together, and blast her. Go in the room, bedroom, shut the door, and blast her all night long. And my husband walked in because they gave him a ticket and sent him home because he didn't open the door right away. And he saw me putting all the speakers together, getting ready for war round 2. And he said, go to bed. Haven't you done enough for one night? And I looked at him, and since that was my husband, I said, all right. And I went to bed. Yeah, listen to my husband. Not y'all.